Hello students, I am Ashwini Shankar, your faculty in Perfection IAS, and today I want to discuss about Indus Valley civilization. What you are thinking? Ashwini sir is going to take a history class? No, I am not going to take a history class, but there is a very specific place in Indus Valley civilization which was in the newspaper. Therefore, I thought to discuss this news with you, and let us see what are the different dimensions of this particular news. Maybe a question can reflect in your coming examination. And that place which I am going to talk about is Lothal. The place is Lothal. And all of you must be knowing that Lothal was a port. It was a port in Indian Valley civilization. It was a port city. Lothal in Indus Valley civilization, and at the same place where that port city in Lothal is located, our Prime Minister is going to develop National Maritime Heritage Complex. That is why, that is in short, you can write it down, NMHC. That is why I thought to bring this news in our today's discussion, that our Prime Minister has reviewed the construction of National Maritime Heritage Complex, which is going to be at Lothal. And as you know, now this is the news. Now decode this news. We need to decode this news. Let us understand the various facets of this news, various multi-dimensions of this news, right? You see, Lothal is the southernmost site of the Indus Valley. Lothal is the southernmost site of Indus Valley. Southernmost site of Indus Valley, right? Indus Valley civilization. And it is located in the region called the LOTHAL region. What is the name of the place? Lothal is a place, and the place belongs to a region called BHAL, Bhal region. Bhal region is in Gujarat. Bhal region is in Gujarat, which is now the Gujarat. And it is believed that Lothal port city was built somewhere 2200 BC. This is the timeline, right? And Lothal was a thriving trade center. It was a thriving trade center. I have mentioned in my slide also. It was a thriving trade center in ancient times. And what kind of things that is being traded? It includes your gems, jewelry, right? Bead ornaments, beads, etc. Where the trade used to take place? The trade used to take place with West Asia and Africa. West Asia and Africa. And what is the meaning of the Lothal? The meaning of the Lothal is Mound of the Dead. Mound of the Dead. That is the meaning of this word Lothal. Meaning of this word Lothal. Mound of the Dead. Similarly, it is the same if you see the Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro. Where is Mohenjo-daro located? Mohenjo-daro is placed in Pakistan, in Sindh province. In Sindh province, which is under the Pakistan. Mohenjo-daro also having the same meaning, mound of the dead, right? And Lothal is considered as a world earliest known dog. This is a matter of pride for us. Please keep your sleeves up, right? Lothal is considered as the world earliest known dog, which is connected to the ancient course of the Sabarmati river. It is connected to the city on the ancient course of Sabarmati river, and it is a trade route between Harappan cities. It is a trade route between Harappan cities in Sindh and the peninsula of Saurashtra. Right? Is it clear? Or let me again explain to you. Because this is how you need it. Newspaper reading is not just a newspaper reading. And that is how you need to develop this idea of connecting different dots, and the same thing should be reflected in your answer writing also. Only then you can create a value addition in your answer, because you need to understand this. Questions are similar to everyone, but who is going to create a value addition, who is going to provide much more elaborative knowledge under the given word limit, that is going to create a difference in the selection, in the final selection, and not being finally selected, and that is a value addition. The same thing applies to prelims also. For example, if you are reading a newspaper, you can simply read it Lothal. In the Lothal, Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, reviewed the construction of National Maritime Heritage Complex, full stop. So, an average student will simply write down one sentence in his notebook, National Maritime Heritage Complex coming up in Lothal, and that's it. But a student who knows the mindset, who knows the pathways, how to crack BPSC, how to be a topper in BPSC in rank 20 or UPSC or PCS, he will develop, he will dig, he will create more connecting dots to this news, and that is what I am going to do. That is what I am doing actually. Therefore, we have discussed what is the meaning of Lothal. The meaning of Lothal is mound of dead. What is and this is similar to the meaning of Mohenjo-daro. Where is Mohenjo-daro located? Mohenjo-daro is located in the Sindh province of Pakistan, right? And what is the meaning of Mohenjo-daro? The meaning of Mohenjo-daro is also mound of the dead. In which region it is located, Lothal? Lothal is located in the Bhal region at present in Gujarat. Apart from this, in which year this city came up? The city of Lothal came up in the year 2200 BC. It was a thriving trade center, and where the trade was taking, with which country's trade was taking place? Trade was taking place with West Asia and Africa. And what are the things in which people of Indus Valley civilization were dealing in trade? It is related to your gems, jewelry, ornaments, beads, and so on. Right? This is how you need to understand. Then, now let us discuss about present thing, that is your National Maritime Heritage Complex. What is that? The project came up in the March 2022, and the total cost of developing this project is 3,500 crore, and it will have a you can say it has a 4 theme parks. One is a memorial theme park, another is maritime and navy theme park, climate theme park, adventure and amusement theme park. And the government has the vision of setting it as a center for learning, in where we can understand India's maritime history, and it is also being set up to display India's diverse maritime heritage. And due to this coming of National Maritime Heritage Complex, the city of Lothal will come on world stage. That is the reason behind it. And you see, again you can see why they are building Lothal. They are developing Lothal for a tourist-based economic activity. That is the focus area. Because if you see right now, Lothal is unknown to the people, except those who read NCERTs, like me or you. Only that people know where is Lothal. But if we are going to build up a National Maritime Heritage Complex, it will come up on the national, international scenario. It will have a much more robust infrastructure, visitors facility, rail connectivity, air connectivity, and this small unknown time which is today buried in the pages of your NCERT textbooks of 6th, 7th, 11th, right, will come up on the national international stage. And what is the benefits out of this? Benefits out of this is that people will get employment, the area will develop, it will generate revenue for the government, it will create revenue sources for the local people. So that is the vision. That is why government is building up a National Maritime Heritage Complex at the Lothal city in Gujarat, right? Apart from this, it will also be an eye-opener for the people like us, the citizens of this country who are unaware of their heritage, who are not aware of this fact that India is one of the oldest surviving civilizations in the world. As I already discussed with you, I have already shared this with you, that Lothal is the world's oldest port was in India, that too at Lothal. It is a matter of pride for us. It reflects what kind of civilization we are coming from. You need to take pride in that. Therefore, it will create an awareness among the masses, right? Then moving on to the next slide. I'm moving to the next slide. Okay, this one. Just a moment. Yes. Okay, now let us develop more understanding about the peripheral points of Lothal, which I am doing right now. In which year this place was discovered? It was discovered after 1947. Okay, and that is Mr. S.R. Rao, archaeologist, Mr. R. who led the team, which discovered a number of Harappan sites, including the port city of Lothal. He was a man you should know, our archaeologist, Mr. S.R. Rao, who discovered the port city, of Lothal, right? And the excavation work was carried somewhere from 1950 to 1960. And which institute was responsible for figuring out that this particular place had a port? That is National Institute of Oceanography. The National Institute of Oceanography is in Goa, and that later on indicates that it was a place which has a port, right? And if you look at the heritage value of Lothal, Lothal was nominated in April 2014 as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Lothal in April 2014 was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. UNESCO World Heritage Site, right? And let us, what are the other Indus port towns? This you should also know. The Indus Valley Civilization, other port cities other than Lothal are number 1, Balakot. Balakot, you know, Balakot is in Pakistan. Number 2, Khirsa. Khirsa is in Gujarat, Kutch. Number 3, Kuntasi is in Rajkot, again in in Gujarat. And these are the 3, right? And one thing very important I want to share with you, that the Shivling that we worship today, that Shivling and the Yoni, right? The Linga and the Yoni, that symbol is from the Harappa civilization, right? Therefore, we have discussed all the other peripheral aspects related to Lothal. Lothal, port city of Lothal, was excavated by archaeologist Mr. S.R. Rao. The institution which was responsible for figuring out and doing excavations to prove that this particular place was a port city was done by National Institute of Oceanography, which is located in Goa, and Lothal became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 2014, month of April. And there are other port cities also in Indus Valley Civilization, which are number 1, Balakot, Khiras and Kuntasi, right? This clear? So this is this is how you need to develop comprehensive understanding about a one news that has reflected in the newspaper or on your news channel. And this is how you need to develop a line of thought, and that is what we at Perfection IAS doing for you, so that you can better judiciously use your time, right? Now, clear? I think I have discussed all the aspects related to this particular news. Where is this? Okay, let me clear this, go back to this. Done. I hope students you have enjoyed this session with me. We are discussing Lothal, the port city, world's first port city, I would say, was Lothal. We should be proud of this fact. I hope you have enjoyed this session with me. I am Ashwini Shankar, your faculty in Perfection IAS. Thank you very much for watching me. Keep working hard and be successful. Keep yourself healthy and calm.